Okay, so I'm back. Once in a while, I'll just disappear for a few and come back and continue on my rambling. But anyway, I already know that you guys know that I've done what I could. I could have been way better with my money and saved an awful lot of money over the years, but it never happened. And I always, I've been a spendthrift. Mimi always told me that was not good. But anyway, to get back to what I was saying, um, this whole house is full of stuff. Pam, without a question, if I'm gone someday, and hopefully that, you know, I'm not looking at this like this is going to be the end of me. I feel too good. The one thing the doctor has said to me over and over again when I go to visit there, like when I had that collapsed lung, and when they were going to dig this stuff out of this hole to see what this mass was that was growing, um, he always said the reason he didn't worry about going deeper here and taking out more when they did this operation, he said, you absolutely have never had any signs of cancer. Everything about you says that you're in good health, other than your diabetes and you're a little overweight. Well, he didn't say a little overweight, but he said you're overweight, and that really is what my health picture is like. I don't think I've been sick 5 days a year, sick enough where I'd want to lay down or go take a nap. It just doesn't happen to me. And so, bottom line though is I have not put money away, and I think all of you hopefully know that. When it comes time where I'm not here, Pam will get together with you guys. Anything in here that she needs or wants, that's hers. It's her and I have split. Literally everything that we buy, we pretty much split on it. There's things though that I do want you to know will go to you guys. They're not huge by any means, but they're nice, items that I don't want to go anywhere but to my kids, Sean, Julie, and Chell. And those are just some things that I want you to have. Now, I'm going to talk to you first of all about my car. My car is in real nice shape. It's a 2006. It's not an old junker by any means, but there is one big issue that I have to get to the point on. When I bought that car back a year ago, roughly, I put the car in Pam's name, but I did it for IRS reasons. I didn't want the car to be in my name. So the car is already to begin with in Pam's name. And here's the main thing I want to get across. Pam pays every month of her life that we've been here. She pays a big chunk of money. She pays the entire rent. Well, her check that she writes every month to Russ is $1,300. That covers the rent and part of the utilities. I wind up giving Russ another 150 a month to cover everything. I then, with my money, I pay for everything else. And so it turns out that it's almost a wash. I might, if you talk about all the cell phones, the car insurance, we figure it takes $30 a day to live. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how kids do it today, because it takes, a minimum of $30 a day to just live. Even if you didn't eat the great food, it costs money for the gas and everything combined. And I'm saying 30 a day because that easily adds up to that in food. If you just looked at food, that's $900 a month. And a lot of people would say, well, no, I could easily buy a month's worth of food for way less than 900. And I'm sure you could, but the other problem I have is that I don't make a list once every 2 weeks or every month. I go every day to King Soopers. Google, this is off the subject, Google kind of knows where you're at. I mean, they just know where you're at. They know where you work, and I think they know that based on the habit of where you go every day. If you look on Google, me and Pam were searching around one day. It looks at King Soopers like that's my work. It says 5 minutes to work, 4 minutes to work. Everywhere we go, it says 8 minutes to work, or however long it would take to go to King Soopers. That is how often I'm at King Soopers. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's where Google thinks my job is. So, anyway, here, just to get to the point about the car. Hold on a second. I have to hold my chest when I cough or else it kills you. Anyway, the car. Pam's little Prius is almost $600 a month. If I was gone, she could never buy that car. I pay half the payment now on it, and she pays half. She could never keep her Prius if her and I split, and she had to get an apartment. I don't think. We're going to go over it and look at everything and see how it would pan out based on her having the job like she has right now. But I would never leave Pam in a situation where she didn't have a car. So the way it all shakes out right now is that I would have Pam keep my Cadillac, and then she wouldn't have a car payment, and that would only be fair. And then she could just let her Prius go, or maybe with God's help, maybe somebody would buy it for at least, what she owes on it, so that she's not got a debt that she has to write off. But so the car is going to go to Pam. The anything with the word Apple on it is not going to Pam. She wouldn't have it if somebody paid her. She'd throw it out in the trash. So the bottom line is that all my Apple stuff is going to go to you guys. I want Julie in Virginia to have my new iPad Air and the box and all the paperwork and the stand for it, and I want her to have that because then she'll have a really nice tablet. Chelsea, you've already got that MacBook Air. Well, I have a brand new MacBook Air. I bought it, if you remember, a couple of weeks after you did. I bought it at Best Buy brand new. I want Sean to have that MacBook Air. Then they will have a Premier laptop. And this computer right over here that I use every day, I want Sean to have that monitor because it's bigger than the TV he has. And Chelsea, you still have that big, I think it's a 50-inch that you got back when you were with, the one I gave you guys, when you were with, you know who I mean. Anyway, I want Sean to have that. I'll talk to Pam about the computer that's sitting there. I don't know what we'll do with that. Pam has absolutely no earthly use. She's got also a real nice PC type, her little laptop. You've seen it, that real beautiful little glass Acer. So she's pretty well set on computers. She's also going to have that 50X Canon camera that we use for everything. And that'll be hers. Then she'll have a Premier, nice camera for whatever she winds up doing someday. Sean, I want you to have that new Sony that I use for taking pictures of the kids. That and the flash and the stuff that goes with it. Do not ever, unless you're not having food to eat, don't ever get rid of that camera. That's a top of the line camera. There's nothing on the market like it right now except for that one, and it would be everything you could ever need if you did want to do the high school kids once a year. There's no sense any of you looking at like well, she got more or he got more. I mean, I don't think any of you would do that, but I just want you to know that I'm breaking this down as best I can. All right, on this desk right here, I want Chelsea to have this. It's called a Mac Mini. It's my little Mac computer. That is an entire computer. It has 16 gig of RAM. It has a 250 gig solid state Intel hard drive. It's just a boss computer. And that gives her something that'll go along with her MacBook Air so that she has the same system at home without using her laptop. She'd have that. She also will have this wireless Apple keyboard, and well, yeah, the Apple keyboard should go with that Mac Mini. This monitor, this is a 27-inch monitor. It's an HP. That comprises this whole system. So that Chelsea would wind up having. The iPhones. Again, Pam wouldn't have one, so there's no wondering if maybe I should give her one of those. She wouldn't have one. I have the brand new, the big iPhone, the 6 Plus. Chelsea, you already have a brand new 6. So I'm thinking that the 6, the big one, this would go to Sean. And Sean, if you don't switch to Apple to have this phone, I can't help you. I don't know what to do. But then you'd wind up having to sell this phone. It'd be a shame to do that, but there it is. My iPhone 5S, which is also the latest model before these 6s, I want Pam to keep that. And the reason is, when I make this cookbook, I'm thinking here. Well, she still wouldn't be able to look at an iBook made with iBooks Author on an iPhone. It has to be a Mac, or it has to be an iPad to see an iBook. So that wouldn't work for that. So that phone there, I don't know. Pam, you can decide to give it either to Sean or Chelsea. They could either one use it. Maybe give it to if you don't want it, and if you're not going to use it, then give it to Chelsea, and then she has a real nice backup. If her phone is lost or stolen or broken, she'd have that phone to activate for those few days while she was without a phone. This beautiful desk that I had redone, I don't think Pam would want it. She's got the nice desk over there. You know, you guys could, whoever wants this desk can have it. There's things I want to do also for Julie. She's got no reason to want any Mac equipment either. She's pretty much like Pam about Apple stuff. So I'll worry about, other than this beautiful iPad Air, which I know Julie will like, whether even if she never admits it, I'm sure she'll like it. That she'll have that out of the deal. And then I'll talk more to Julie and see what else could be done. It really boils down to this. Pam is not material. I mean, she is not a material person. She does love a beautiful, nice laptop, which is what she has. It's probably the nicest of the PC, Windows laptops that we've ever seen, even to this day. I've never seen any that were nicer than it. It's also very thin, almost like the MacBook Air, probably just as thin as the Air. So she doesn't care too much about a lot of the material stuff. We've got a 50-inch TV on the wall there that's a 3D TV. It requires a 3D disc player. It requires that also. I'm sure Pam will keep that, because then she'd have a nice big TV for whatever she winds up doing. once again, Sean would take this 40-inch that's sitting on my desk over here. I know that if it came time where I was done and gone, I know Julie then would be coming out for at least for a little while, and then Pam and Julie can talk about whatever she might like around here that Pam doesn't care about. And Pam once again has been unbelievable to me. Really. Well, here I go again. So I'll be back. Don't go anywhere.